All right, WWDC 2024. We're going to talk about it today, and not that, like, we're going to go over the software stuff that came out. There's two specific things I want to talk about, and I know tons of other creators are going to be talking about the iOS updates, macOS updates, new Vision Pro stuff. There's two things I want to go over, two specific things, both relating to video, since this is what we do here. The first one is spatial vision spatial video being able to be edited in DaVinci Resolve. I think that's a super cool update, and it allows for more professional things. It's cool that iPhones can record it, but they have a limit of about 1080p, and it's not very good. So with specialized lenses, and they announced this in the video, you can now shoot with real cameras, and they said for the R7 that Canon's going to have a special lens to shoot spatial video and photos with R7. The reason for the R7 is that it's a small compact camera with a smaller high resolution sensor, so that it's easier to make cheap lenses for spatial video. Now I believe Canon's going to make larger full frame versions of that same type of lens for full frame cameras, but the reason I think that they announced it at that event for the R7 specifically, because it's kind of a weird camera to have this lens for, is just because it's an affordable solution to kind of get the most majority of people able to shoot in spatial video for YouTube videos and stuff like that. So that's why I think the R7. The other interesting thing is the Apple basically announced Blackmagic new camera, the 17K camera. At least that's what I think it's going to be. Earlier this year, Blackmagic unveiled the new 12K camera, which has a large format sensor. It's got tons of dynamic range, 16 stops, like full-on cinema camera. That's 12K. And then they also announced that later this year there would be a 17K version, a special version with special features. And Apple basically announced that. They didn't say that it was 17K, but from the photo that we got, the one singular photo that we got of that camera, it looks to be about the same body with the special end of a lens. Now the reason that they're doing this, with built-in lens and all that, is because of how complicated it is to basically capture stereoscopic video without the need for two separate camera bodies. Now that was a thing for other movies, like maybe like Avatar. Those were shot with two cameras, and it's really cumbersome. So that's why that they're using one camera with a special lens, either a normal camera with a special lens, either from a manufacturer like Canon in the R7 scenario, or a custom-built camera with a custom end for a larger sensor, like that 17K sensor for stereoscopic video for Vision Pro with that super cool camera. It looks like that Apple is acknowledging that you can't shoot everything on an iPhone like they've been shooting their events and stuff on, and it looks like Apple's going to be shooting a lot of their major productions with this new Blackmagic camera. At least that's the way I see it. Now, I could totally see other manufacturers, maybe like Red or Arri or other companies, and lens companies make special lenses for these other types of cameras, but it's great that they're partnering with Blackmagic Design and that they're using DaVinci Resolve for all this stuff. And I also think it's kind of interesting how they're emphasizing that this can all be done in DaVinci Resolve. It kind of looks like they're moving from Final Cut being their pro editing software to DaVinci Resolve being the pro editing software, and Final Cut moving back. So it's like iMovie, then Final Cut for your like mid-grade stuff, and then to really do stuff out, it looks like Apple's just moving everything to DaVinci Resolve. And that makes a lot of sense because DaVinci Resolve is a lot more powerful and has a lot more capabilities, and it already has a lot of standards that Final Cut Pro can't even handle. So anyway, that's what I just wanted to talk about today from the new stuff at WWDC, Worldwide Developers Conference. Alright, that's going to be about it, and I'll see you in the next video.